everyone. Thanks for joining me again. I'm Dr. Nancy Linz, naturopathic physician. So today we're going to talk about why do you want to detoxify? Well, most of us might be very conscious about what we're doing. And as I mentioned earlier, eating organic, healthy, fresh foods that are locally grown and produced, drinking purified water, having a purification system in our home so that our bodies are not impacted by the chemicals in the water when we're showering or cooking or washing our clothes. And then, of course, we want to be aware of our air pollution, and having air purifiers in our home, as well as having access to good, fresh, clean air to exercise in. But maybe some of these things are not possible for you. Maybe you don't even really know that much about it. So let's talk a little bit about how you are being exposed to toxins on a daily basis that you may not be aware of. First, let's talk about our food. Did you know that most commercially grown food is sprayed with pesticides? These are chemicals that will kill the pests, the insects that eat the plants. And did you know that most of these pesticides are neurotoxic, meaning that they are damaging to your brain? When we think about that and how many people now we're learning about getting Alzheimer's, dementia, ALS, Parkinson's disease, so many neurological diseases that are prevalent among older people. So you might think, well, that's just, maybe a chance of something happening as you get older. However, why is it happening when they're older? Because they have accumulated large levels of toxins over their lifetime. Think about it. For the last 50 years, people have been exposed to many more toxins just from commercially grown foods. And now with GMO foods, which use very high amounts of herbicides, also very toxic to kill weeds. Now you're being exposed and eating food that has been altered genetically, sprayed with high levels of herbicides, and of course sprayed with high levels of pesticides. So very dangerous, and accumulation over time will cause disease. So what we want to do is help to decrease our load by detoxifying our bodies now, and then also help to not put more toxins back into our body. But of course we know that sometimes this will be unavoidable, and you'll have to eat at a salad bar or someplace that isn't all organically grown. But at least you can make some good choices with what we call the Clean 15. And I'll be talking about that as we go into our full program, planning your diet and nutrition while you're doing your 8-week detox. Another reason you want to look at detoxification is because of all the health and beauty products that we use that have phthalates in them. And these health and beauty products are actually what are called endocrine disruptors, meaning that they disrupt your hormonal system. So your hormonal system is a very delicate balance. And when you're exposed to these products, and also things like air fresheners and other things in our air and body products, then you are causing a damage to your hormonal system. So again, why do people have hormonal problems when they get older? They have accumulated huge amounts of toxins in their body that have finally started to show up as endocrine disruption. Now, of course, we know that women's hormones will change when they go into menopause. But why do some women go through menopause with no trouble, and yet so many suffer horribly from hot flashes, mood swings, weight gain, trouble sleeping, and it impacts their entire life. Their future is jeopardized by this hormonal change. For some women, it's hugely impactful, and for some men as well. So let's get rid of those toxins that start the problems in the first place and reduce our intake So I'll be talking to you about a website that you can go on to look at all of your products to figure out which ones you want to get rid of and which ones are clean and you want to keep. There is a whole thing about off-gassing. So if you are buying new furniture, if you are moving into a new home with new flooring, new carpets, you buy a new car, whatever it is, you want to help to get rid of the chemicals that basically give it that new smell, that new car smell, right? That has always been treasured, but now we know is actually quite toxic because it's actually due to the off-gassing, meaning the products are letting these chemicals dissipate out into the air, and then guess what? You're breathing them. So we want to take, if we have a new home with new carpeting or new furniture or such, if you can go out for one night and turn your heater up as high as it'll go and just let that heat in the house until it completely helps to off-gas much more quickly. Then when you return, open up all the windows and doors and get fresh air in there. That's going to help quite a bit to get rid of that smell. And that's how you'll be able to know if you've gotten rid of the off-gassing of the chemicals. And last, I want to talk about animal products which we eat, which are oftentimes treated with hormones. Again, these are not human, bioidentical, natural hormones. These are chemical, synthetic hormones, which we all know now cause cancers and other diseases. So you're eating animal that's been treated with hormones to make it grow faster and be bigger. And you're also eating an animal that has been treated with antibiotics, which we know are going to be damaging to your digestion, to your gut system, causing leaky gut or permeable gut, which we'll talk about as well, and also going to be causing more problems for you as far as your immune function. So you're taking antibiotics, but you're not sick. But guess what? That animal that was plugged full of antibiotics is transmitting those over to you. So really making conscious and good choices about animal products, being organic, healthy, and fresh. All right, so if you need some more information, go to drlyns.com, and I look forward to seeing you at our next presentation. Aloha.